Nvidia went up 216%. So will you find a company that does that? Maybe. But if you
Maybe.
find a company that does 70%, I mean,
That's a win.
that's really good, right? And 50% is really good. So I wrote down like just 5 things you can do. Like if you're a beginner, if you're looking at it. So the first thing is find a company or sector that you understand, right? Or a sector that's emerging. One of those 3 things. You understand, right? That is emerging, right? Either a stock or a sector. Number 2, to determine their competitive advantage, right? So figure out what they do that nobody else can do, right? This is their moat.
Absolutely.
That's number 2. Number 3, find out if they are profitable, right? If they have growth, if their earnings have growth. Here's a percentage that you should use. If their earnings growth is between 8 to 10%, this is a good sign, right?
Yes.
The next thing you do, this is number 4, look at their debt, right? This is if you're looking at a company. If their debt has gone down from the previous year, this is another good sign.
Good sign.
Number 5, I want you to put their ticker into Yahoo Finance, anywhere, and look at their chart, right? If we start to see that mountain starting to climb, and we see it depreciate over a 5-year, over a 10-year, over a 1 year, this is a good sign. We don't want to see charts that are too rocky. Right?
Yeah, you don't want this.
Yeah. Just from the eye test, you want
There's
to
a quality.
Incline over time. Those are 5 things you can do. Will it hit 216%? I don't know, but a 50% gain is a great
amazing,
a great one, and you can find companies like that
for sure. You want to talk about HubSpot?
Yeah, we spoke about it for everybody that was at Market Mondays live in Chicago. Put it up on the board. I actually put the actual call I did on the board. If you go
big
back,
facts,
big facts, right? Then we came on here on Market Mondays and we spoke about it, and then we spoke about it 2 weeks ago after their earnings came out, and we saw it pull back. When I initially spoke to the people in Chicago, HubSpot was trading at 402. By the time the earnings had come, they ran up to 450, pulled back a little bit. People started selling. Obviously, I mean, that happens, right? When we see profits go up, people are going to say, hey, we need to take our share, and maybe we'll leave our initial investment. Over the past week, HubSpot is now at 516. 516.
Can we clip in your segment from Market Mondays? So it's proof.
Yeah. So here's the crazy part, right? We're talking about, again, if something goes up 25%, 30% in 30 days, this is a great win. Like if you're in the option space, this is even a even greater win. And so when we're telling you opportunities, not only are we saying it because we might be doing it, but these is how you should be looking at companies, right? I looked at the chart. I showed you exactly what a support line was going to be at. I said it has a potential here to rebound, and it's done that in a tremendous way. So everybody that got in at HubSpot, congratulations, you made some money. You can put yes in chat.
Big fact. If they got the call, how much should they be up right now?
Well, I know it pulled back a little bit today. At its peak on Friday, it was up 147%.
And the ticket to Market Mondays live in Chicago costs what?
You would have made that by easy. What was it? $59, $69.
Bloggers clipped it up. EYL charges too much for that dog. Tickets was $60, and was a vibe, and did a presentation, and the boy told you how to put in all the data to the AI like a Tony Stark device. Come on, man. If I made you money, please put yes in chat. If you made money off HubSpot, please put yes in chat for Troy. Shaw told you all to do on social media. Boy gave us some gems. I'm like, why are you telling them that? Wait, what? Never again. Hey, for my cryptocurrency enthusiasts, Bitcoin up 129% for this year. Ethereum 72%. Digital is up 308%. Coinbase is up 276%. Riot is up 267%. And Michael Saylor about to buy another yacht. MicroStrategy is up 251%. Hold everything for a 10-year period.
Those are silly numbers.
Marry your positions. Y'all keep wanting to invest in the little side pieces. It don't work. You got to get the Korean Steffens out of your portfolios, right? They look good on the surface, but it's bad for you. You don't want to end up like Eddie Winslow.
Shout out to Eddie Winslow.
Shout out to Eddie Winslow and Jaleel. Appreciate you, my brother.
Jaleel, Eddie Winslow. That was ill. That was his wife, right?
Yeah. And then she'd get up and go to Lil Wayne for 3 or 4 days.
Even better.
You know how good, like,
Did he sleep on? He sleep on the couch in their house.
Bro, he would get out and back out the car so she can go leave.
Yeah, share that, girl.
Don't be mad at me. Yes, marry your positions.
Who's the stepchildren of the tech sector?
HP, Sienna. I don't know why Texas Instruments isn't high. I know it's not a sexy name, but these are some companies that have not moved incredibly well while the tech sector was booming. I thought it was a great question, but the truth is, like, we don't want to pick the best of a bad breed. We want to pick the baddest of the baddest, saying it, Rashad. Right? We need to get a baddie section up here. Mike, can we get some? No, I'm sure. But you want to pick the baddest of the baddest, and the baddest of the baddest will be at the JP Morgan event at Art Basel in the morning, and in the evening will be at United Masters. If you're looking for love and a great portfolio and some great insight from Joey Crack, come to both events. I think it's a great question, but the wrong way to look at it. And tying back to what Charlie Munger said, you want to buy the best businesses at a great price and not a bad business at a great price. So the tech stepchildren, we got to leave alone. We got to leave them in the orphanage for right now and keep investing in the ones that are going to print the most gains. But I do like HP as a swing trade, Texas Instruments as a swing trade, but everything else, let it go. We're only investing in quality.
We had a great conversation over the weekend. Myself, Rashad, Andre, and Godala, about Intel. Wall Street Journal had an amazing article. It was talking about pretty much the death of Intel, but there was one shining light that potentially could be on the horizon for them. Obviously, with the way that the computer space is now moving, Mac is now taking a large percent. Windows is using their own chips. And so Intel is becoming less and less useful in the space. And so they're kind of getting edged out, right? And they're so behind Nvidia and AMD and others. But Taiwan Semiconductor is still an issue. And so when we talk about manufacturing, and that's what Taiwan Semiconductor does and Intel does as well, is there another larger manufacturer of semiconductors in America than Intel? And if there isn't, if something happens in the geopolitical landscape between China and Taiwan, China and Taiwan, they now become a necessity in a sense, no?
Yes. The only issue is when you have all of your customers become your competitors, what product, hardware or software has Intel made to make sure that the customers want to buy from them? Long gone are the days of people saying, I want an Intel chip. Right. You have AMD, Google at some point is going to make their own chip. I think Tesla will need to Elon will have to have that either for the Boring Company, Starlink, or Tesla. Apple's already working their magic to try and build their own chip. Google is as well. Who does Intel sell to? Burger King? Like, yeah, I don't know who the end consumer is.
Yeah, I agree with that point, right? Everybody wants to make even Apple has left, right? But at a certain point, some of these companies don't have the infrastructure present day to manufacture their own chips. They can make them.
I agree.
Right? They have that, but they can't manufacture them. And so that's why you see a Taiwan Semiconductor going to Arizona for a $20 billion infrastructure build out, right? They're doing it in Texas as well. But that's going to take at least 5 to 10 years, if not longer. Some of these other companies, it'll take them the same amount of time. In the event that something happens in the next 2 to 3 years in that area of the world, you kind of need them, no?
Intel needs to either do a rebrand, needs new leadership, or they need to find a way to acquire AMD. I'll be real. Intel earthed the kit. Boomerang. Used to be bad. You can bring the little 80-year-old vibe if you want to. That's not what I'm looking for. You know what I'm saying? Do what you want. To everybody, to the same guy who comments on this every time it gets brought up. How many shares? I'm gonna do the balance below. How many shares do you currently have of Intel in your portfolio? We can't even have this argument. This is like George Mikan versus Michael Jordan. Nvidia by far is the leader, but if you want to buy Intel and risk it in your portfolio, have fun. What do I know? Nothing.